Alright, we are back with some more Sword Art Online Unleashed Blading, and today we are going to talk about my theories on what we can expect to see in the live stream coming out tomorrow. Because let's be real, no one really knows what they're going to show off, because we're basically at the end of this collab, and then we just got announced that we're going to get a live stream talking about the next season pass, which we know what ticket character is going to be Dusselbert, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people, including myself, is pretty excited because 2 years of this game and he has never gotten a 4-star, and now it's time. He's gonna get a 4-star, and he's just badass. Like when he came out in the anime, he showed why he was an Integrity Knight, and it was pretty dope. So now he's getting a character. Pretty excited for that. But in terms of what else, they're gonna show off the next banner. It's about to be a week. So typically in this game, we never go over a week with a new banner. And seeing how we're getting towards the end of the week, we don't got nothing, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna show off what the next banner is, what's the next celebration that's gonna be taken off in March, and the event as well. So we're here to talk about what I think is gonna be basically coming soon, and of course, so that you guys don't just hear me look at 80s here wallpaper, we're gonna be summoning. But aside from that, as we go over here, my integral factor video will be coming out Friday or Saturday. It really depends on what they show off, because they're also going to be doing an integral factor stream. So I'm going to wait until that comes out, because last thing I want to do is make a video, get it all finished, and then like, oh, there's a new banner coming, and like, oh well, now I gotta re-edit that video, add in the new stuff, and yeah, so I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to do that video. But that series will basically ramp back up here on the channel on Friday or Saturday. So if you play Integral Factor, mind giving a new rookie over here some tips, then definitely check out those videos. Alright. So hopefully the luck today, we can pull some 4-stars or some weapons we need. So basically my theory is, of course, if you have your own theories or guesses on what the new celebration is going to be based around, let me know down below in the comments. But my theory is going to be based around Ordinal Scale, I should say, the movie. And I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't have evidence, because there's plenty of evidence to prove that we're actually most likely gonna get something around Ordinal Scale. Because for the last 2 years that this game's been out, we've actually had around this time, February or March, the anniversary for the movie has been in February. I believe that's when the movie came out, in February. So for the last 2 years, back in 2020, we actually got the basically Dark Element Yuna, Dark Element Asuna, as well as a ticket character for Kirito, back when they were releasing ticket characters left and right. And then a year later, 2021, basically last year, we got the non-element Yuna that's introduced. She was the very first character to have like the double charge ability, which is weird, and I'm pretty sure they found that weird too, so they stopped doing it. Like, she's literally the only one that has like the double charge. And then we thought that was pretty much it. Like, right, that was just, they just put out a Yuna to celebrate the anniversary. But for our surprise, later that year, they celebrate they call it the 1.5 anniversary. Basically like a halfway point to the anniversary, and they celebrated it with Ordinal Scale Sinon and Sugaha, which is pretty interesting because Sugaha never really showed up in the movie like that. It was pretty like MIA, but that character exists in this game, so they came out, and that is actually very important right there towards my argument that the next celebration is gonna be Ordinal Scale related, because for them, ordinal scale characters were basically considered very hype if they gave it the anniversary stamp. Like, granted, it's not the official anniversary, it was like a 1.5 mile mark, but still, it had the anniversary label towards it. And when you release characters with the with names, oh, we actually got something. When you actually get release characters with the towards the celebration called an anniversary, they gotta be hype. You're gonna want your player base to summon for those characters, and they were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. When they came out, they were actually really good. Too bad I can never pull them though. I literally pulled them that one banner when they came out, and then ever since then, boom, they've been gone. They don't exist in my account no more. Like, I can't never summon for them. But like I said, they basically gave them the anniversary sticker. They're like, you know, anniversary units right here, and that's actually very important because to them that's hype, right? Ordinal scale is hype. And I get it, because in that movie, it was like the first official movie. Like, I know people say that SAO has 2 movies, but in reality, well, now 3, right, with the progressive. But the first one was just a recap of what happened in Aincrad. Basically, they were just like, it was like a backstory. If you've seen it, you understand what I'm talking about. But so Ordinal Scale is basically the official first movie. And they actually showed a lot in there, right? They had a bunch of new characters. They had a bunch of monsters we never seen from the Aincrad arc, and they actually, quote unquote, I don't want to spoil too much in case you've never seen the movie, but they actually showed a very interesting boss. Let's just say that towards the end. So it was very hype. That movie was very hype. And to them it was very hyped that enough that, you know, we get ordinal scale characters every year. So, and I mean, the anniversary for the movie just passed, like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, a week ago? So in terms of that as well, we also got, like, when I'm making this video, they actually released a new tweet on their Twitter for both the Japan one and the global one, or the international one, where they're basically releasing a fire pickup banner where you're guaranteed like, it's choosable, right? You choose a character and you summon up to step 3, and then you're guaranteed that character that you chose. So they never really bring that out unless there's something hype coming that they want their player base to summon for. And what a coincidence that that's coming out tonight before the live stream. And it's also interesting because it's fire. And you would say, like, you know, why would they release this when their ranking event is about to leave, basically? So that's even more evidence that the next character is going to be a fire character. The next character has got to be hype enough that they want us to summon, waste our cubes before they announced it. And like I said, we've been getting ordinal skill stuff for the last 2 years around this time slot. So it doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't take a mathematician, a scientist to put together the puzzle and find out that, you know, most likely gonna be ordinal. Like, about 80% of the chance that it's gonna be ordinal is there. 20% chance that, yeah, it's gonna be something completely out of left field. We don't, like, it's Bandai. We never know what Bandai's gonna do. And but for the most part, they follow the same formula every year, right? In a lot of these games, they do the same thing over and over. So yeah, for the most part, I mean, it's gonna be ordinal. Like, that's my theory. That's what I'm going towards. But if you guys think it's gonna be something else, let me know down below. Or do you agree? Because, like I said, it's very interesting. And in terms of what they can, they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna probably show off like a character or like a dual banner characters. But for what I want to see, if it is ordinal, is new characters, right? Because for the most part, like, this is something I've been thinking. They have so many characters that they never even released, like, versions of in this game. It's pretty crazy. Like, once you think about it, they release a character every week for the last 2.5 years that this game's been out, basically. And they just still got so much characters in reserves. They can be like, oh yep, here's a new character. Like literally, this game has been living off Asuna, Kirito, Sinon, Lifa, Hades, Alice, Yu-Gi-Oh for like the longest, and I'm pretty surprised actually. So in terms of like characters I want to see personally, Edgy is definitely number one because he was basically the main antagonist of the movie, right? Alright, so let's switch on over to season tickets because the season's about to end, right? Maybe we're gonna get the last season luck. So yeah, definitely Edgy is my number one because he was the main like villain of the movie. He showed off how strong he actually was. Like once you think about it, he was on par with Kirito, which was pretty insane. So yeah, so he was basically out throughout the entire movie, and he was just very powerful. So yeah, he was able to go on par with Kirito and a bunch of these other, like, you know, the top SAO players, which is pretty insane. And like I said, I'm not gonna spoil a lot in case people are still gonna go see it, or like, you know, for some reason they haven't seen it. It's been 5 years since the movie's been out, but you know, there's people out there, you know, that haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna say too much. But he is very strong, so definitely I want to see him added to the game because they did add him as an illustration. But you know, I want him as a character, a usable character that we can use. And then on top of that, Kirito, because we only got the ticket character of him. I would like to see a new Kirito because we only have the ticket one. And like I said, the Edgy and Kirito fight was probably one of the best fights in the movie. So that alone, they deserve to be in game. And then on top of that, I would like to see Yuna back again, but not like her the hooded version. I know, probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I might add a picture, I might not, who knows. But there's basically a version of Yuna where she has a hood on, and you know, that wouldn't be a bad character to have, because she was very powerful. And like I said, the movie was basically around her, but we might get something here. So like adding that version of Yuna would be pretty awesome as well, because it's like a different version. So on top of that, those are some characters that I would want. Of course, you know, it might be the other ones, right? The basic ones. We might get Asuna, which I doubt. We just got an Asuna. Might be Suguha, because that is basically not Lifa. But it's weird. In this game, they counter as Lifa. It's weird. It's weird. But you know, we might get Suguha. We might get Eijo. I mean, we don't got a 4-star Eijo yet, right? We might get you know, other characters. Like I said, that movie had a bunch of characters, so who knows? Alright, so we're getting a 4-star here. Actually, is this like the first 4-star character we're getting? I haven't been paying attention. Hold on. Let's check this out. And then in terms of events, like they did say they're gonna show events that we're gonna get. Most likely it's gonna get be like a story event for the movie, like what we got. Hello, Sinon. Alright, well I maxed around our banner, so that's just a useless loop now. So most likely we're gonna get like a story event for the movie, like we usually get, just like more continuations of it. What I want to see though is the Ultimate Battle Return. Now that's the event that came out with Christmas Outfit Administrator. That was very difficult, and I still consider it the most difficult event in the game. And you know, with all the fire characters we've been getting, I'm pretty sure people will be able to take this one on more likely than the Earth Element one, because that Earth Element one's brutal. It was. Because you only have like one good team that you can use from the Earth characters, and then everything else was pretty old. Not that useful. But the fire one's been getting a bunch of buffs. They got 4 EX characters as well. So I'm pretty sure this one will be very doable if they do bring it back here in the celebration. And plus, you know, we saw it like it features basically three monsters that you have to fight. And like I said, this movie was infamous for basically introducing like 25 plus monsters that we never even seen in the show. So you know, you might be, you know, squeezing in a couple of those those monsters we never get to fight into that event as well. You know, pretty smart idea there. And then another thing that my guild's been talking about is World of Underworld might be coming out soon. And seeing how they're releasing this fire pickup banner makes me think that I'm pretty, you know, they might tease it. They might just be like, alright, well, tomorrow is World of Underworld, so start grinding. But I doubt they're gonna do that. Most likely we're gonna get it towards the end of March, I would assume. Maybe the first week of March. I mean, we always usually get it towards the end of the month. But, you know, I mean, who really knows, right? We might get it, you know, this week, which I doubt. So most likely, if they do announce that we're gonna get it either next week, Friday, or the end of the month, March. Alright, so let's do the weapons ones, and then we're pretty much gonna call it a good video. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So that's my theory. But like I said, if you guys have a different theory or different characters you want to see or a different celebration overall, then let me know down below, because like I said, this game has still a lot of characters that they need to cover, and I might even do a video going over like all the versions of the characters that we still need, even characters we don't even have in game still. That might be a video in the works now that I think about it, because there are a lot. Like I said, there is a bunch. Like, it's not just like, you know, 30, 40. No, they got a whole bunch of characters. Like, even characters that we haven't seen in the game in a very long time, right? Like Funashio, we haven't seen Dakara, we haven't seen basically I call them the twins, Gazelle and Linnell, in a very long time. We've seen Iskon, but you know, he only got like 2 or 3 units in the game. I'm pretty sure they can flesh out more Iskons, Shadas, Renly's, like Berkoli, he was like a main, like the fight with him and Lord Vecta in the anime was top, like peak animation right there. It's basically just a crime that those characters are not even in game like that. Like those characters from that fight are not even in game. Like, we got 2 Berkolis and we got Subtilizer. We don't got Lord Vecta. Like, it's pretty insane. Like, the amount of characters that they still are holding back on. Not to mention, like, they got this new, basically arc, what is called Dark Emperor arc, with 2 new characters that we have no idea when we're gonna get information on. All we know is that we got their teaser, and that's it. That's another thing that I want to talk about, is the Mooncradle chapters, because we rarely get them. They should make that like a monthly thing. We actually got a weapon. Nice. I thought I didn't have that actually. I don't remember seeing that in my box. But alright, we'll take that. But yeah, like there is so many characters that's pretty insane. But that's gonna be basically it. That's all I want to talk about. Another weapon, wow, that's awesomeness. And we're still going, okay. Yeah, so these ticket summons have been going way better than my what you call it, if I can speak, than my regular summons on the banner. So all we can do is just now wait and see what they actually talk about. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a reaction video. I want to do like a reaction type-esque video instead of just doing, like, you know, the breakdown videos that I normally do. I wanted to actually just sit down, record myself reacting to what they're showing off, because this is like the first time, like I said, that they actually have kept something a secret. Like, usually when they do live streams, they already announce or release a banner, and then all they do is basically talk about that character that they released. Then they talk about like the next character that's coming out. And by the time they release a character in game, you basically know like, oh, the next character probably gotta be Kirito, Yujiro, maybe an 80s and stuff like that. But like right now, they're doing an excellent job. Like we don't know what to expect tomorrow, and that's pretty exciting. I hope they keep doing this stuff like this. And I will do my breakdown video tomorrow. Probably not right away, because the live stream for me comes out at 6 in the morning. And one, that's too early. And two, by that time I'll be at work. So I won't be able to do a video until I get out of work. So later in the day I will make it like a breakdown video, going over everything they basically showed off, everything they talked about, and then we'll see what happens from there. But that's going to be the video. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Go down there, leave a like, subscribe, and comment about my theory, your thoughts on what's going to happen, as well as you know, what character do you want the most in this game that they don't have? That's a good question to ask. Me personally, probably the most hype I've ever got into the most recent like season, or like the most latest season of the SAO anime, was when Asuna, they don't really have a name for it. Wow, we take ranged weapons. I have not seen these in a long time. I don't really know like they have like a name for it. But when Asuna took on the Mother Rosario form with the wings, like the angel wings, and she just attacked Poe like the way she did, I was like, what? This is probably top tier anime right here. The animation was on point. It was like one of the best moments of the anime for me, and I want that character in game. So that's my character I want. But that's going to be the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.